right, everybody. Hey, we are live, and this is kind of impromptu, but it wasn't. But I've got a couple of boxes I thought we could unbox together because I really don't know what's in them. The one I do know what's in there, but the others I have no idea. So I know everybody liked the other unboxing, so I thought, well, what the hell? Let's do it all together. And what the hell else am I doing here on a Friday night? Evidently, I'm not doing a damn thing. So anyway, want to thank everybody for popping in. Let's see who's here. Oh, yes. Michael, hey, Michael's here. Now, Michael's the star of the show because he's the one that sent me more stuff. Anthony's worried that I'm going up against, I'm not worried. Mr. Music, what's in the box? I love these type of videos. Well, me too. Normally, I don't do these one-off shows like this, but I figure what the hell. DC thinks that there might be candy corn in here, but I don't think DC's correct. So anyway, I hope everybody's good. Classic Rock Junkie, nice to see you. How are you? Got the editing done? Which editing? Which editing are we talking about? Lee, I am not. Michael keeps sending me boxes of stuff. So I don't know how to handle it. I'm just going to do it, and we're just going to unbox it together. So let's get started. Let's unbox. Shall we do that? Of course, DC's here. DC will probably know a lot of this stuff because DC's trapped in. So this is one of the boxes. Now, if you saw the other unboxing video, this should look familiar. Look at this. Oh, my God. Michael, you're out of your mind. Let's just unbox it. Let's see what's in here. So maybe we can turn you on to stuff. I've been so busy that I haven't been able to put any like one band, one artist shows up. I need to do that. Oh, the one I talked about yesterday. Well, no, I still need to do it. Marlon he's excited, ladies and gentlemen, as he always is. All right. Well, we're just going to do it. I have not opened this. I'm opening it now. Let's see what's in here. If I can open it. All right, we're almost in. This microphone's going to give it death. Oh my God, look at all this. Oh my Lord. Oh my God, Michael, you're out of your mind. Back to baseball, of course. Power Pop is right up Marlon's alley. Well, I'm not sure what's in here. All right, let's see what Michael sent me this. Oh my God, here we go. Now, you remember the last time he sent me all those CDs, he had all those Post-it notes on there. So we've got Post-it notes again. So I may have to put my glasses on. I probably won't be able to see that. Okay. Here we have London's Act second CD, more Swede poppy than Brit pop. This is from 2002 in the UK. Farrah, Me Too. Anybody know this? DC's going, I know that. I don't know this. How am I going to get through all this stuff? I have no idea. All right. I'm still not through the other stuff. Here's another one. Here's another Farrah. This is their third album from 2007 in the UK. Oh, DC knows Farrah. Okay. Okay. Michael said, I would call this more sophisticated power pop, not jangle pop for sure, DC. Okay. DC knows it. I don't know it, but we're going to keep going. All right. So far, Michael, I'm all into it. I'll be dead before I get through all of it, but, I'll give it a shot. Here we got another one. Okay. He wrote on here, this is a combination of the Jam and Blur sprinkled with some Madness and Green Day. This is their first proper album from 1998. This is a UK band. Midget, I suppose this is Midget, and the album's Jukebox. I haven't heard of this. Mr. Music, 100%. Anybody? DC, you know this one? Shit, I should have DC on this show. Why aren't you sitting up here with me? All right, we're getting a very good, because DC knows all this stuff. I don't know a lot of this stuff. All right, here's another midget one. Maybe even harder, he says. This is from 2001. Midget, the Milgram experiment. Not familiar. This is all new to me. You think I would know this stuff, but I don't. All right, well, there it is. Here's another one. He says, oh, yes, boots yakety yak. Here's another midget one. He put, this is 75% harder than the debut from 1999. So midget with individual inconsistent. All right. Don't know. Here's the back. We're on exploration together, ladies and gentlemen. DC says, I do not have that midget album, just the first one. All right, here's another one. Big, bold, glorious pop. Oh, this is a quote by Stephen Schnee, ladies and gentlemen. You remember Stephen Schnee used to come on this show. This is the second album by the Golden Mile, My Life Story, or the band is My Life Story, the Golden Mile, and the quote by Steve Schnee was, big, bold, glorious pop. This is their second album. And this came from Amoeba. Look at that, $7.99 import. Yes. Well, you know, if Schnee's saying this is big, bold, glorious pop, it has to be good. Is Schnee watching? Schnee, come up here if you're watching. Here's an wait, whoa. Do I have this? Really? You sent me this, Michael? Jellyfish. This is probably on the box set, but this looks like the Jellyfish New Mistake EP. So this has got New Mistake, All Is Forgiven, which is a demo, Russian Hill demo, Sabrina Paste and Play-Doh demo, The Man I Used to Be demo. It's all these demos. I'm sure this looks like this is a Japanese import. Really? Anyway, tracks 7 to 10 are non-album songs. Number 10 is the Jellyfish Nintendo Mini Opera, which is Ignorance is Bliss. I've heard that. But I don't have all these demos because I don't have a box set. Schnee is anti-Marlin. Okay, well, that makes sense. The second and third midget albums have been described at metal pop. Third for sure. Okay. Ignorance is Bliss by Jellyfish may be my favorite Jellyfish song, mini opera. DC has it, found it at Everybody's Records in Cincinnati. Yes. All right, here we go. We got another one. Michael wrote on here, Jellyfish Family Tree. Rob Aldridge, Holy Faith, and Tim Smith, that he's on the second Jellyfish album, with both Mannings, Eric Dover, and even Rick Beato is on there. Rick Beato, ladies and gentlemen, is on this. Demolition by Umajets. Is that correct? Am I pronouncing that right? I'm not aware of this. This is my first Rick Beato CD, so I'm going to cherish this. There's Rob and Tim Smith. You know, I better get busy on these one band, one artist shows because, gee, many Christmas. All right, here we got another one. Roger Manning Jr. Okay, so this is more Jellyfish related stuff. Everybody, this came from Amoeba, out of print. Roger Manning Jr. and Brian Ritzel from Red Cross. Soundtrack to the sequel to Logan's Run, which doesn't exist. Logan's Sanctuary. Look at that. Jellyfish related. Can't beat that. Again, Michael, thank you so much. Umajets, you just did a show on them. I don't know. I don't remember. Oh, yeah. DC says we just covered them. You guys, I just do this and I can barely remember what the hell I'm doing. All right, here we go. Here we got another one. Big Bold, Jellyfishy, Pump Rock, Pop, self-release, a must-listen from 1994, a band from Portland, Oregon. Tales Untold. There are the Tales bands right there. Right there. CD. Very nice. So you're saying Big Bold, Jellyfish, Pump Rock, Pop. Okay. Okay, here we go. This is something I know because this is something that DC picked. Made for the sequel to Logan's Run starring Jason Faulkner. All right. DC, just very good. Is all this 90s crap? Of course, I don't, maybe. We're going through it. All right, this one, DC knows this because DC had this on the last show. His only solo album, produced by Marshall Crenshaw, Matthew Sweet, and Jill Sobule, among others. Acoustic and Jangly, 1995, from Nashville, Brad Jones. There's the back. There's Brad. He's looking jangly. Look at that CD, though. Come on, that's kind of cool. Even Marlon has to say that that's cool. Second solo album. All right, I'm down. All right. Solo debut by Will Osley of the Somatics, 1999 in Nashville. Osley. It looks energetic, and there you have a calendar on the back, so you always know what you're doing. All right, cool. I don't know this. What is this? Autographed? Second album. This is the second Osley solo album from 2003, and it appears that Osley signed this one the hard way. All right. BJLOL. Brad Jones is also very good. Lisa, never heard any of these bands, and the album covers are horrible. Excellent. That album was nominated for a Grammy for Best Engineering for Osley. On the other one, DC says Osley is outstanding. Tragic ending for him. I'm assuming he has passed away. Well, there's that. Well, we have his autograph, so that's something. Okay, here we go. We'll keep going. The other half of the Somatics joined Counting Crows at some point. 2001. This is from Nashville. We're talking Millard Powers. MP3. What is this? Is this? This is burned. MP3.com. Oh my God, that's funny. All right, cool. I don't know this. I don't know this either. Oh my God, ladies and gentlemen, let's take one moment. Star, nice to see you here. How are you holding up though after the loss of Ace Frehley? When he passed away, I immediately thought of you, and I did send you a message earlier today. I knew you probably would have to have some space because I knew that you are a big Kiss fan, and I know you loved Ace. So I'm still kind of in a funk about it. No Mahler Powers albums was ever released on the label. Okay. DC, you have a DC Christmas box and musical fantasticness there. Evidently, I'm just tickled. Here's one: Guitars and Electronics. Guitars and electronics battle in a very bombastic manner. Enough said. 1995 from the Nashville area. I'm assuming this band is called Self, and the album is Subliminal Plastic Motives. We have a lot to go through, everybody. This was on Zoo Entertainment. Oh my God. I wonder. Okay, what year was this? This is. Oh, shit. I just dropped it. You said this is 95? Well, I'll have to pick that up later. All right. All right, here we go. Just as Bombastic from 1999, another album from Self. This is like a 2 CD thing. Oh, the second CD has B-sides, and the first CD just has the album, evidently. Oh my God, I'm like an overload. Breakfast with Girls. Nice font. I'll give it that. All right. Michael says, this is why I sent you these CDs, Grant, right up your alley, Lost to the 90s. Star is devastated. I haven't checked my messages yet, but thank you. I don't know. What kind of world are we going to have without Ace Frehley? I'm just saying. It's like Christmas Day for you. It is. I love it. We're still going. There's more. Here's one. Okay. Tongue-in-cheek side project of two guys from the Philosopher Kings, I guess. Does to cartoon music what XTC did to psychedelia with the Dukes? Cute saccharine filled with nuttiness. It's love or hate with this one. 2000 in Canada. This is their second album. Well, there's the CD. They're cartoons, people. Let me show you the booklet. I don't know. So far, no one's really chiming in that they know this stuff. So there's the cover. Saturday People by Prozzak. All right, keep going. Getting a big stack here. This is not simple pop tunes, guys. Amazing and challenging songwriters. Okay. Well, I dig it. All right, here's a one and done London act described as the Jam and Elvis Costello meet Green Day and Bleak 182. All 4 singles, and the album hit the top 30, then they disappeared. Grade A, hidden track. This is from 2000 in the UK. The Dum Dums. It Goes Without Saying by the Dum Dums. Anybody here familiar with this? DC, you know this? It's on MCA. It appears to be a promo. All right. God dang, I'm still not even close. All right. Here's more Swedish. Youthful, huge in Sweden. I think I had a CDR copies of their other albums, 1994. Who is this? This is Brainpool Soda. Brainpool Soda? Is that right? It's hard to tell. There's a lot on here. Brainpool are as follows. Jan Kosh singing, David Birdie, Christopher Langquist. All right, so yeah, that's the name of the band, Brainpool. Not familiar with that at all. Go-Between's influence from 1990. Wannadies. You think I lived like a sheltered life. See, I hardly know anything. I'm just a talk show host is all I am. Here's the inside of it. Well, we're going to venture down. I'll probably be dead by the time I get through all of it. Here's another one. Groundbreaking Swede pop LP from 1992. I'd say that's definitely groundbreaking album artwork. Michael says, Prozzak is just a lot of fun. Many will hate it. Okay. I loved Dum Dums when I was young. That makes sense, Marlon. Nice printing on the post. It's familiar with the Dum Dums. The dentist had all the flavors. You know, Marlon, in beautiful Marion, Ohio, I had a dentist too that had all the great flavors. Brain Pool, yes, album called Soda, still in the Swedish circles. All right. So, Wannadies, 1992. Here's the cover. Those guys look like they're ready to swim. There's the band. Another most accessible album. 3 UK top 40 hits, 1997, the Wannadies. This album's called Bags Me. She's dead or waiting for snow. I'm not sure. Here's the back. Huh? Michael goes, cool, Marlon. I'm not alone here. West Coast Dave, ladies and gentlemen, please give him some applause. I sensed the mention of candy corn and I came. Wannadies were from the 6 Swedish. Okay. Wannadies were the 6th Swedish band ever to have 2 top 20 UK hits. DC Toontime, who has everything and knows all of these bands, because I'm just a monkey, he has this. Here's another one. Produced by Rico Kasich, 1999, Wannadies, yeah. Well, you know, if it's Rico Kasich, it has to be something. And the string, it appears that the string song was produced by Mike Hedges. So if you know Mike Hedges, he did work with Susie and the Banshees. So there's the inside. DC, you got this one? Beer and vinyl, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you. I'm wearing the colors. West Coast Dave wants to know how many CDs DC has. He bought most of his from Not Lame. Maybe 1,000. Well, that's not very many. Hedges left the project just after a few days. All right, well, let's keep going because we got more. Oh, we've got Merrymakers in here too. My God, what? Michael, I am just absolutely, I just don't know what to think. The Wannadies, before and after. Michael says this is quieter but more fulfilling than the prior to CD. This is 2002. There you go. Excellent. Man, I am just flattered. Thank you for sending me this. I'm just really overwhelmed. Merrymakers, Andrew's Store collection combines 3 early singles. Tracks 5 and 7 were A-sides. The CD was made for the Japanese market in 1992, 1993. I do not have this. I do not have this at all. I haven't had anything, but I see something that's coming up that I've got. Oh my God. I love the Merrymakers. Now this I do have, and I think, is this the Virgin Japanese CD or is this Sweden? Okay. I can tell you from here, this is a fantastic record. The Merrymakers Bubblegum. This is fantastic. I've got the Japanese CD that's got the original mix. And I also have the American CD that's got the remix. So, Michael, you're going to have to weigh in. What is this? Is this the original mix or is this the remix? Because this seems to be is this? Well, wait a minute. This is Toshiba EMI. This is the Japanese one, right? I'm thinking I've got this, but I can make sure someone else gets it. I can guarantee you that's a great record. I sell any CD that I'm not at least rated at 8. Jesus, how do you sell them? Yeah, but I figure I've got an archive here because if I need to pull something for a listening party, I've got to be able to pull it. So this is a whole, if you could only see what's on the other side. But it's a mess because I keep pulling stuff out and then I don't put it back. And then there's stacks sitting here. My wife is going to be between gigs, and we are going to redo the studio. So the plan is to move all this vinyl out of here and build up the CD walls and everything. Because the vinyl, I'm going to start selling it because now's the time to sell. Make some money on that. And the CDs, I'm just going to fill the room out with. It has 14 songs on it, Japanese version. Yeah, I've got that. Marlon, there's no way. There's no way. I can't do it in 24 hours or less. All right, just wondering if you mess with eBay or Discogs. Just let someone who would like to have it have it. Well, if anybody's interested in this Merrymakers CD, I've already got this. I can guarantee you it is fabulous. So if you're interested, I'll send it to you. Kevin, I got Moody Blues Gold 2 CD set today. Excellent, Kevin. No eBay or Discogs aren't worth my time, for me at least. Well, back in the day, in the 90s, during the Clinton administration, and I will mention that. I've mentioned this story before. We have time. What the fuck else am I doing? I'm just sitting around. Back in the 90s, I had a eBay empire going on. I was making about $1,000 a week on eBay. What I would do, I'd go to work, I'd go home, and I would go through all the cheapy bins in Columbus and look for stuff that I could resell. And back then, CDs were selling really well, and I was always looking for like weirdness, like Beatnik Beach. We're going to do a show on Beatnik Beach. Let me show you that. So this is the band Pre-Jellyfish. If you're a Jellyfish fan, you'll know this. This was one of those CDs back in the day that used to go for big money. Now it doesn't. But back during the 90s, Clinton administration, when people were spending money, the economy was really good. And I'm not getting political. I'm just saying that I knew during the Clinton administration, eBay was like a gold mine. And I found one of these, I think for $5. I turned it over on eBay in the 90s, like 70, $75. Now it's not collectible, but there were a lot of stuff back then it was like the thrill of the hunt back then. If I could find something and I could turn it over on eBay and make some money, God, I was just couldn't get enough of it. But then George Bush got in the office, and then and I'm not being political, but I remember that everything just fell and the whole market changed. I don't know why, but it did. I'm going to share. It's going to take me forever, Michael, but yeah, I'm going to share it. DC says maybe a show where Grant plays his favorite songs from the ones Michael has sent him. I could do that. We could do a listening party. Oh, this is what we'll do. We'll do like a listening party where we'll like pick tracks from this. Yeah, that's what we'll do. Michael says, I was on eBay in the past, but it got to be a job too. I was making about $500 a week. Went the Rockway Records dollar shop behind the Main Street store and go crazy. Yeah, I was making like $1,000 a week during the Clinton administration. It was awesome. I used to do that with bargain bins in Hastings, but now they're out of business. But now vinyl is up, but it's hard to find cheapy vinyl vinyl's a lot harder to grade. CDs, you could tell the condition off of it right away. If you start selling vinyl, that's a whole other thing because people are very picky of what they want. Now, all the vinyl that I bought in the 90s was because all you vinyl people, you idiots, were selling your collections. And now all the vinyl people now the VCs all up in arms because, they sold all their stuff back in the day and now they're back into it. Well, I've got their whole collections right here because I bought it when it was cheap. But always buy low, kids. Now I don't even know what I was talking about. Anyway, let's keep going. I was on a tangent. Jesus. Talking about the Clinton administration. Jesus, Grant. All right, here we go. This is Sweet Pop Light with DIY production and nicely Crafted Arrangements, 2001 from Sweden. This appears to be, I'm assuming this is the band. I got to make sure this is the band Paste with the album Super Pop. There it is. I'm in. I like it. All right. Here we are. More classic pop rock, sprinkled in 2004 from Sweden. All right. The band's Sequel, I do believe. Paste, the album Sequel, or one of them. I don't know. I really don't know. All right. So the band's Paste, the album is Sequel. All right. Yeah, Monica Lewinsky. Yeah, that was that era. But, I don't have a problem with what Bill was doing with Monica as long as he could run the country. All right, here we go. Here's an early EP, All Over the Place, 1987 by the band Paste. This is called Wired. God, my goodness, look at that. Here we go. All right, awesome. All right, we got one more CD in this box, then we're going to open up the Rhino box. This is okay, this Kiwi made a lot of albums. This Kiwi? What the hell does that mean? Made a lot of albums, but not like this one. More a subdued pop rock, masterful and timeless from the year 2000 in New Zealand. We got Greg Johnson with the album Seabreeze Motel. If I saw all these albums at half price books, think about this, in the $2 bin, all these would end up in the $2 bin because no one would know what this stuff is. It would be in the cheapie bin. Oh my God, I can hardly wait to dive into this stuff. Anyone in Southern California recall Moby Disc? I do. They would put out promos. They didn't care about the dollar bins a lot, sometimes a week of or even before it was officially released. DC Toontime's weighing in. Sweden is a hotbed for fantastic, catchy pop and death metal. How weird. Both ends of the spectrum. Yep. Australian. New Zealand. Yes. New Zealanders are known as Kiwis. See, I don't know that. My wife is Kiwi. All right. I thought kiwi's a fruit. More freebies. Yes, exactly. All right. So thank you, Michael. This was fun. I've got another box to open. Now, I know what's in here, but in case you don't know, if you order something from the Monkees website, this is how it comes. It comes in this nice box. But I don't know what the packaging's like, so we're going to open it up. But I know what this is. But I thought we'd open it together. I've had it for a couple of days. And I know Andrew Sandoval has done a video on it, but what the hell I'm doing it. Here's what it looks like. Wow, here we go. This is the mother of mothers. The Monkees Pisces, Aquarius, Capricorn, and Jones box set. This is beautiful. God darn it. This is my favorite Monkees album. I think this is the best Monkees album ever. Okay. Just got my Monkees Pisces box today. Okay. I got this like 3 days ago, but I didn't do anything. So I haven't opened it, but this has got all right. Disc 1 is the original album plus bonus material. So it appears it's got a lot of bonus tracks on here. There's some stereo remixes. But the first CD is stereo. The disc 2 is the mono release. And it's also got bonus material with mono mixes. Some of them are TV mixes. Because, if anybody remembers the Monkees, they would have their own mixes on TV. So they'd have a special mix. And some of these are alternative mono mixes, blah, blah, blah. Now, disc 3 has sessions. So you've got like the Story of Rock and Roll, I Don't Know Yet backing track, Cuddly Toy backing track, Come On In version 1 backing track, Door Into Summer early version, Pleasant Valley Sunday backing track. Gee, Christmas. Can You Dig It tentatively? So, Can You Dig It was on Head. Tear the Top Right Off My Head. Instrumental acoustic demo. That's a Peter Tork song. All right. So there's crapload on there. Disc 4 is also sessions plus alternative mixes. So you've got the 2025 alternative mix, Pleasant Valley Sunday, Words, instrumental with backing vocals, Star Collector, Jam number 2, She Hangs Out. There is just tons. We also have a version of Star Collector with an alternative 1967 stereo mix, TV mixes of She Hangs Out and Daydream Believer. What Am I Doing Hanging Around? TV mix. Phenomenal. I'm going to open this dog up. Let's see what it looks like. It's got a lot on here. Between this stuff Michael sent me in this, I don't know how I'm going to get through all this stuff. I don't know. We'll open her up. And it's funny that this has no hype sticker. Now, I think this is only available like the headquarters box set that they put out a couple years ago through the Monkees website. So there you go. You got a tape box. Appears to be a booklet. There the boys are. Under the Sign of the Monkees by Andrew Sandoval. There's Harry Nilsson up there. More pictures, more info. Lot to read. Craig Smith. I don't remember what he did. Now, for those who are in the know, right here, see, there's a Moog synthesizer. This track, they used Moog on this record. It's one of the earliest records that actually had a Moog synthesizer on it. Was the Monkees album. And Mickey Dolenz was one of the first people to buy a Moog back in the day. It's got more pictures, booklet here. This is the inside. Looks pretty nice. God, there are pictures in here I haven't seen before. Got all the information for the sessions in here, of course. So, there's plenty to read. Anyway, there it is. This also comes with a 45 RPM single of Going Down and Love Is Only Sleeping. Both of these are the alternative mix. But as always, you can tell that they make it look like an original 45 from back in the day. And this is not styrene. This is really vinyl. All right. And then here's like oh boy, here's the CDs. Here's the stereo album. Looks pretty. It's got the Cold Gems logo on it, so it looks official. Here's the mono record with the bonus tracks. Here is the cover. I do believe, is this Japanese? I can't remember. This might be the Japanese album cover. I can't remember. I don't have it, but it's got different pictures on the back. And then here's another one. Again, this is the bonus CD issue. Look, there's Peter Tork playing a Fender Jazz bass. Check that out. And then the back, the rear of it just has this in the back. You're under the Sign of the Monkees and Everything Favorable. Looks like an advertisement. WIXY radio. There you go. So there you go. That's what's in there. So I'm looking forward to hearing that. I got some CDs in today, but I'm not going to drag you through those. But this is kind of cool. Very nicely well done. If you watch the Andrew Sandoval video on his channel, he talks about this was the final set that they were going to do. So if you're a Monkees fan, I don't think they're going to do changes. I don't think there's probably anything to compile off of this, but this is the last one. A lot of these other ones were like Rhino handmade back in the day, and then Rhino handmade folded, And then they just started putting them out like this. I'm a big Monkees fan. I love this stuff. So I dig it. Anyway, I know it's limited. I'm not exactly sure how many of these they printed up, but get it now while you can, because if you go out and look at like the Birds, Bees, and the Monkees set, you can't get one for under $400 now. So that is a nice box. Did Rand play on that? Hell, Rand probably saw him live. Ask Rand. I think Rand saw the Monkees with Jimi Hendrix. I plead the fifth when it comes to wearing turtlenecks. Yeah. All right, cool. I don't really have much to add. I do appreciate everybody tuning in. It's always fun to unbox. I mean, I don't have anything else going on tonight. Should have done a damn listening party tonight. That's what I should have done. Anyway, this weekend, of course, I have things to edit. No Angie Moon on Sunday, so we are not doing that show, but I'm going to do a show at 9 a.m. on Sunday. Psychedelic. We'll do like an hour psychedelia at 9 a.m. just to keep that 9 o'clock spot booked. So I'm going to start doing stuff on Sundays at 9 a.m. in between when Angie's not here. So we will be spending an hour of psychedelia at 9 a.m. The psychedelic breakfast, ladies and gentlemen. Later on that night, Yvonne will be here and we will be doing 2 hours of disco. And I know Marlon will hate it, but I know Star will like it. And as long as Star likes it, I like it. So other than that, I don't really have much to say. But anyway, tune in on Sunday for an hour of psychedelia. We'll have breakfast and we'll trip out. Well, I'm not going to trip out, but you know what I mean. It's psychedelic. All right, everybody. Ashley, all right, don't forget to message me for some shows. 100%, Ashley, I'll be in contact. We've all been there. You've got cool folks that tune in sending all those CDs. I love it. Thank you, Michael. I really am speechless. I really don't know what to say, but all I can say is thank you. I appreciate it. If you need money, please let me know. Bring out those boogie shoes. Yes. Lee, thanks for tuning in. Kevin, nice to see you. I will have a good one Sunday. It's just fun. And I'm all into that whole psychedelia thing. So we're going to go to town. All right, everybody. West Coast Dave, thanks for coming. Thanks for attending this unboxing. It's a little impromptu, but it's nice to hang out here for a little bit. We will see you later. Keep it clean, Wrap the Rascal. I'll talk to you later.